And the next morning, they're all better. And so we did the exact same thing with Mary.
I tried to start on the time and I couldn't bring myself to do it.
Okay. And we'll get to...
You mean sexual abuse?
If that's what happened.
That definitely did happen to me. That's why I know exactly how would have grew up.
Can you imagine the depths of darkness some parents are capable of? Join us as we delve into chilling cases of parents who committed unspeakable crimes against their own children. Are you ready to uncover the shocking truth? Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari. Seth Welch and Tatiana Fusari, a couple from Michigan, were charged with the murder of their 10-month-old daughter, Mary Ann Welch. The couple had come under the radar of Child Protective Services in 2014 due to concerns about their eldest child's exposure to THC. Tragically, Mary Ann's death resulted from extreme neglect, as Seth and Tatiana neglected to seek medical help despite knowing that their daughter was severely underweight. The investigation uncovered a home in a state of disarray, infested with vermin and mold, indicating the couple's negligent living conditions. Seth Welch was found guilty of first-degree murder and received a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Similarly, Tatiana Fusari also received a life sentence for her involvement in their daughter's tragic demise. Lori Vallow Daybell and Chad Daybell. Lori Vallow Daybell and Chad Daybell, a married couple, were accused of murdering Lori's 2 children, JJ Vallow and Tylee Ryan. Before their disappearance, Lori displayed alarming behavior, immersing herself in literature about the end of the world and claiming that her children had turned into zombies. Charles Vallow, Lori's previous husband, filed for divorce due to concerns for the safety of himself and the children. Tragically, Charles was shot and killed by Lori's brother, adding another layer of darkness to the story. Later on, the remains of JJ and Tylee were discovered on Chad's property. The couple faced charges for their involvement in the murders. Lori Vallow Daybell was ultimately found guilty on all charges and received a life sentence without the possibility of parole. Timothy Jones Jr. Timothy Jones Jr., a father from South Carolina, was found guilty of killing his 5 young children. He admitted to exercising his 6-year-old son until he died, and then he went on to kill his other children over a period of 9 days. After taking their lives, he disposed of their bodies by putting them in garbage bags and leaving them on a hillside. However, he was apprehended at a traffic checkpoint. During the trial, the defense argued that Jones's mental state and the difficult circumstances of his life played a role in his actions. Despite these arguments, he received a death sentence for his crimes. The tragic case highlights the horrifying consequences when a parent commits such unspeakable acts against their own children. Michelle Blair. Michelle Blair, a mother from Detroit, Michigan, committed a horrifying act by murdering her 2 children, Stephen Barry and Stoney Blair, and storing their bodies in a freezer for almost 3 years. She tried to justify her actions by claiming that her children had been abusing their younger sibling, but there was no credible evidence to support her claims. Throughout the trial, Blair showed no signs of remorse for her heinous acts. As a consequence of her unforgivable actions, she was sentenced to spend the rest of her life in prison without the possibility of parole. This case highlights the unimaginable tragedy that can occur when a parent betrays the very essence of their role by inflicting harm upon their own children. The sentence reflects the seriousness of her crimes and ensures that she will never be able to harm anyone else again. Justin Ross Harris. Lastly, Justin Ross Harris from Georgia faced charges for the death of his 22-month-old son, Cooper Harris. The child was left in a hot car for over 8 hours and was discovered unresponsive when his father realized the mistake. Prosecutors argued that Harris intentionally left his son in the car to die, presenting evidence of his secret life, including extramarital affairs and explicit conversations with multiple women. Harris was found guilty on 8 felony counts, including malice murder, and received a life sentence without parole. These heartbreaking stories shed light on the heinous crimes committed by parents against their own children. The motives varied from neglect and extreme abuse to personal delusions and hidden secrets. These cases serve as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences when parental love and responsibility are forsaken, leaving tragic legacies of innocent lives lost. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, please consider liking and sharing it with others.